Alright, in today's video we're taking a look at the BMD-4M, one of the more unique light vehicles in War Thunder. It's amphibious, fast and armed with a 30mm autocannon and a 100mm cannon that doubles as a missile launcher. This thing is a pocket IFV, but in the current War Thunder meta, is it actually viable or is it just a gimmick? Let's break it down. Let's start with a bit of history. The BMD-4M is a modern Russian airborne infantry fighting vehicle developed in the mid-2000s as an evolution of the earlier BMD-4. It was designed for airborne and rapid reaction units, and is capable of being dropped by parachute with its crew inside. What sets this light IFV apart is its firepower with a shared turret system with the BMP-3, but mounted on a much lighter and more compact chassis. The M variant introduced improvements like a new engine, improved electronics and updated suspension, all aimed at making it faster, more reliable and easier to produce. In War Thunder, it sits at BR 9.3 as a premium in the Soviet tech tree. It plays a very different role from typical MBTs. Instead of heavy armour or a big cannon, it relies on speed, utility, and its auto-loaded 100mm gun and 30mm cannon combo. First up, let's take a look at its in-game performance. For mobility, the BMD-4M is extremely fast and manoeuvrable, with a top speed of 70km/h forwards, and up to 20km/h in reverse. It's fully amphibious, and has a tight turning circle. It can reposition easily and scout very effectively, but this does come at a cost. This cost is of course the protection. You have almost no armour in this vehicle. Even autocannon fire can destroy this vehicle from the front. Your survivability comes from not being seen, not from taking hits. The BMD-4M does have an additional armour kit that can be removed to save weight and increase acceleration slightly. However, this also means your sides can be penetrated by 50 caliber fire without the armour package installed. Now let's take a look at where the BMD-4M really stands out, which is its armament. The first weapon it has is a 100mm gun. This fires the 9M117M1 ATGM. This is a laser guided ATGM with up to 750mm of penetration, great for sniping weak spots. It can also fire high explosive shells. These are devastating against light vehicles, however they have a very low shell velocity, so it can be hard to aim at distance. It also features a coaxial 30mm autocannon. This fires over 300 rounds per minute with decent penetration on the APDS rounds. It's quite versatile, it shreds light vehicles, helicopters, aircraft and sometimes the side armour of main battle tanks. In addition to all these weapons, the BMD-4M also gets an insane amount of utility and additional equipment. It features Gen 2 thermals for the gunner and advanced night vision for the commander sight. It of course has a laser rangefinder. It can have optical target tracking for helicopters and aircraft. It features adjustable suspension, which is great for peeking over cover. The 100mm gun has an autoloader. It also has Scout UAV and the scouting feature. It also features a commander override for the gunner, so the commander can fire the gun in cases where the gunner is knocked out. It also has smoke launchers and is amphibious. The sheer number of additional equipment and features makes this vehicle quite adaptable in game. So with all that in mind, let's break down the pros and cons of the BMD-4M in 2025. First up with the pros. It's incredibly versatile with its array of armaments, the ATGMs, HE and autocannon. It's got a weapon for most jobs. It has excellent mobility. It's great for flanking, repositioning or aggressive scouting. It has strong optics and other equipment, such as thermals, laser rangefinder, and the numerous utilities it brings to the table. It's quite up-tier proof, due to its strong scouting capability, speed and the effectiveness of the ATGM and all its equipment. It can still work as a scout in a lineup when brought into higher tiers, and most importantly, it's fun to play. It offers quite a unique experience and playstyle, with the closest tech tree option being the BMP-3, which has the same turret and armaments, but some slight differences to the optics and engine power. There are of course some cons to talk about. First up is the paper thin armour. More or less everything you face is a threat, even low caliber fire from some angles. You are reliant on the ATGM for most targets. You will struggle against some explosive reactive armour or APS equipped targets unless you aim very carefully. It also has limited survivability, there's no turret armour to speak of, and the small crew are relatively close together and prone to overpressure damage. It's not the most beginner-friendly vehicle. It requires map knowledge, target prioritisation, and cautious positioning. And aside from the ATGM, the weapons are a bit weaker. The autocannon and its APDS ammo are not as good as some other autocannon vehicles in this BR range, and you do only get 4 of the ATGMs. Once they're used, you're then stuck relying on the low velocity 100mm HE round, which can be quite difficult to use at longer ranges or against moving target. Here are some tips to get the most out of the BMD-4M in War Thunder in the 2025 meta. First up, use terrain and cover constantly. You're a glass cannon. If you're spotted, you're likely done. Play it like a scout, but with teeth. Flank and spot first, then engage the enemy selectively, focusing main battle tanks with the ATGM. Finally, you can make use of some amphibious routes. On certain maps, you can flank through water routes no one expects you to appear from. So, is the BMD-4M worth it in 2025? If you enjoy playing aggressive scouts, ambush roles, or support vehicles that reward precision, this thing is an absolute blast. It's one of the most unique vehicles at its BR. It's fast, flexible, and dangerous when used right. Personally, I've been having a lot of fun with this, and finding it effective even in an 11.7 lineup. But if you're looking for a frontline brawler or something more forgiving, the BMD-4M likely isn't for you. It's a high risk, high reward playstyle, and in the wrong hands it gets sent back to the hangar in 30 seconds. It's not an unstoppable meta vehicle, but it's a specialist. If you enjoy light tank or sneaky playstyle, this is one to look out for when it's next on sale. And that wraps up this look at the BMD-4M in War Thunder in 2025. Are you running this vehicle in your Soviet lineup? Or are you thinking about picking it up when it's next on sale? Let me know in the comments. If you found this video helpful or entertaining, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and hit that notification button for more War Thunder content. We're on the road to 1,000 subs, and memberships are now available if you want to support the channel even further. Thanks for watching.